All right. Hi, class. It's Mrs. Arndt. I know you're just hearing a voice right now, but I'm on a screencast-o-matic program that will get me uh, somewhere. Hold on, let me just drag this down. There you go. So this is a PowerPoint that I put on Schoology. And so I just want to talk it through it. It's more of an overview of what's going to happen in the next few weeks. And then according to the governor, we're doing online until May 4th. So if it continues after that, I guess then we'll just continue as well in our format. So, first of all, I want to send you guys all some virtual hugs. I know that this is an uncertain time and we all feel anxious and we all feel disoriented. It took me maybe 5 days to get it together. So I think the first week you're going to be a little shaky, but by Friday, I think you will have a pretty good handle. Maybe even sooner, because I'm an older person. So let's jump in. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Oh no, I'm not. So this is Foundations 2. I'm talking to Foundations 2. And I do have a slide that says Foundations 1. I have 3 classes. But I have you guys. So you guys are third hour. I included second hour here just to show that I have a conference with them on Thursday. So this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So it's according to your last name. So if you're A to L, then Wednesday hop on. If you're M to Z, Thursday hop on. Or else if your last name is Z, you can still join us on Wednesday, no problem. So third hour, it starts at 11, as you could see in my schedule. So just open this up again if you need to see it. I think I even put it in updates, so we'll talk about that when we get to it. So you're one class. So everybody on Monday is going to be seeing screencast-o-matics from me. A screencast-o-matic is basically what you're seeing, right? I could put my face on there, but my voice is fine for now. Wednesday, you'll see my face. So screencast-o-matic is more like talking about a lesson. Conference is more because you've looked at this, because you've done some work time, maybe you have some questions. Maybe everybody has the same question as you. Conferences, I can show you examples. I can see where everybody's at. I can answer people's questions. So it's very cool to have it in the middle of the week and not at the beginning. And then at the end of the week, I'm going to ask that you guys do a flip grid just as a response to a question that I have. Usually the questions will be based on like, how's your week going? What projects are you doing? Because it's a flip grid and you get to, see your face too, you could put your art up towards the screen and show your art. So it's just a great tool for an art class. So this is what my whole schedule looks like. And if you want to plan out your schedule of the week, so this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then hour 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we are still a 6-period day. If you feel like you need to do something like this as well, then the next slide has a template that's empty. I believe I posted that on Schoology. If I haven't, then just send me a quick email and I can post that. Homework and learning. So homework and learning and actually doing an art project should take you 3 to 4 hours a week. That's roughly how long it would take you if you attended a class. So we have 5 days in the week, school days, and so I'm asking that you do what maybe I would do, right? So as an art student, if you can only handle 45 minutes each day doing art, great, do that. Maybe just take 3 days to do that. So 3 times 45 is roughly your 3 hours. Or if you want to do it in one sitting, right? You start this art project, you're on a roll, you feel motivated to continue. Maybe you even finish it in 3 hours, which is something that I did in college. So I totally get there's people I'm talking to that like to do that. So it's up to you. We are flexible here. This slide actually shows you what conference looks like. So there's a column here of the class. These are people that hopped on. This column is people typing in their responses or their questions, right? So I had a question that I said, I read earlier that recordings of this conference only last 7 days, which is true. So my conferences, when we complete a conference, I will have recorded it. So if you don't see this red button up here, then just type out a message going, Mrs. Arndt, you forgot to record, and I'll record. And then I can show a whiteboard, I can show just my face, I can show artwork, examples of student work. I can do lots of things, right? I could even show my PowerPoint, although I feel like that's a waste of time, like I'm doing it now on Mondays. So yeah, so read down here. Conference can take as little as 15 minutes. It can take as long as 30. Okay, so here I have 4 little icons or 4 little screenshots to show you these icons. Flipgrid is green. The WebEx is this funny logo here that you'll see on your iPad. WebEx is great for parent conferences. I'm not going to use it. I'll use it for parent conferences. I like to use the Screenomatic and here's the Screenomatic here and the conferences here, okay? But Flipgrid is more of a quick response, 90 seconds to answer a question. So these little 4 icons are bigger now. Here we go. Why do we meet online? Why do we have video conferencing? Well, it's basically our weekly check-in. We could do small group, large group, or one-on-one if Johnny wants to show me his graffiti art, or sorry, in this case, his hand art, and wants to say, well, what do you think of this? You know, how can I change it, make it better? Nobody else is going to care about my answer, only Johnny will. So that's where we can have a discussion that way. Why does staff use conferencing? Again, for parent meetings, for PLC. We use it for PLC when the staff members get together. Flipgrid. Flipgrid is great. It's again, short video. A lot of you used it. I think I got 20 people that used the Flipgrid response. Advisory is supposed to use their Flipgrid in the first week just to answer these questions. What are you doing to stay healthy during this time away? And what can I do to support you in this flexible learning? So quick 90 seconds. Screencast-O-Matic is what you're seeing right now. This is the tool I'm using for this project. I even gave you a YouTube title. That was a great title for me, video for me to see how to use it in case you have a teacher that wants you to use it. Because this is kind of like having, saying a speech on video. It's really a great tool. WebEx, like I said, I'm not going to use it. It's great for parents to do a video conference with parents because parents are not on Schoology, right? You guys are. They're not. So that's what WebEx is great for. But are other teachers going to use it? Perhaps. If they are, just tell them that maybe conferences is better. Anyway, any questions? Of course, here's my email. That's probably the best way to contact me. So now when you go to Foundations 2, Period 3, you have materials, which you have it listed here. All the way down, don't open this. It's full of everything, and I don't want you guys to be overwhelmed. Like if I open it, see how it's got, and then if you open each one, there's even more information. So this is the Unit 2. So Unit 1 is not here because I moved it all the way up here, Unit 1. So Unit 1 is your hand project. When you open that, so you have elements and principles. For those of you that forgot what an element is, it's basically line, texture, color, shape, space, and shading. Our first project is a hand project. So here's Mariah Waika, who did a symbolic hand gesture of 2 hands touching as kind of a love symbol. She did it with pencil. You can tell that she knows how to shade, right? So dark shading pushes fingers back. We are doing a hand although I've had people ask, well, can I do a mechanical hand? Yes, you can. Can I? So if there's other forms of doing a hand, like what do you call it? A baseball catcher's mitt that has a hand in it. I'm okay with that. So you have to draw the stitching or whatnot. A boxing glove, maybe it has to do with sports, but some kind of working hand. Is it a doctor cutting a patient? Well, don't do that, but just maybe holding a scalpel. So nothing too gory, you guys. Anaya did also one that had to do with united friendship, is what she called it. And she used primary colors and she painted it. So here she did photograph her hand. So that's one thing about the iPad is that you can use your camera, take a picture of your hand doing a appropriate gesture. And then that's how Mariah did her mirror image of her hand. So this is her actual hand. I still remember her drawing that left side because she was a right-handed person. And then she just took a picture of it and flipped it on the iPad for the other side. Kelly also did a painting of two hands holding each other, again in a very symbolic way, very colorful. I remember her asking me, well, what do I do with the background? I said, well, if this is all busy and colorful, then you got to do a contrast in the background. Contrast means the opposite. So she went gray and simplified it. But she also had to explain it and did a beautiful job explaining, almost towards like poetry. She was very poetic. Okay, Emily Lull, I think she graduated 2 years ago now. She did a witch's hand. So she was about fairy tales. Instead of an apple, she put a peach just to make it a little different, but you know, kind of like the Snow White theme. I've had people do the Terminator hand from the Terminator movie. I've also had people do the metallic hand from the End Days or the End Times movie with the Avengers. Elijah, he photographed his hand and then he put it in an app and photo manipulated it, and he called it Blood Diamond. And he talked about the mines of Africa and how they mine diamonds, and it's slavery over there, where you know like he had a very political angle to his hand drawing. So think about that. He also painted his hand, so that's why it looks very leathery. So he really kind of did a lot of manipulation with this hand project. Okay, let me go back to materials. This is where you're going to, on Mondays, check out your Screen-O-Matic. If you open it, you will see this Screen-O-Matic in there. The welcome video is your Flipgrid. And then this is more of the unit information, right? So any kind of project that you do now that you're doing it at home, they can be modified. So you could pick a different tool: pencil, crayon, marker, collage, color pencil, found scraps, paint, a combination of these, or even an art app. Now I'll tell you, Sketch Pro and Procreate are two iPad apps that are free and students like to use. So consider one of those. The target for doing this is so we understand our principles of design. I'm going to get into it on Tuesday with the conference, where I'll probably, when I show examples of student work, I'll point out the principles of design. And so it just talks more about that. The bottom of it is about expectations, right? How is your family going to hear that maybe you are not attending your classes, so, or your score is going below a 75? So read this, or have your parent read it. I'm not going to read it because it's, you know, you guys can read it on your own, about how we're supposed to contact parents, because we want everybody to participate. So it's been 14 minutes. I'm going to stop talking and I will see you on Tuesday. So don't stress out. Have a good